On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be sharing with you how to make a curry cabbage dish. Well, let me pause right here to say special thanks to my patrons who have been making my page possible. If you would like to be a part of my Patreon family, click on the link in the description and join me right over there. Post notification shout outs right up there. Curry cabbage. Now, I have a curry cabbage recipe that I had uploaded 6 years ago. That's the only one. I am going to be pepping up this one a bit, just doing like a little bit different, not much different, you know, but I will link it for you in the links and also in the description of the video. Let's get popping. Curry cabbage in Debbie's kitchen. So right on over here, I got me my little thingy, my little brazier. So I'm gonna put my little oil in. Right, curry cabbage. This is the second one in 2 years. So now when you talk about curry, you could make a paste for this, okay? But at this point, I will not be making a paste. I'll be putting like, I have half right here, half of a medium cabbage all cut, not shredded. So in the other one, I did cut the cabbage bigger, okay? So I'm going to be putting, this is a very flavorful curry, really flavorful. And I'm going to be putting it. And I'm also going to be putting a little of this one that as I just, what this one has is just a brighter color. To me, it not have much of a flavor, so I always try to mix them. But do your thing, use your curry of choice. I've heard people been asking me, Miss Debbie, can you? No, these days I cannot like introduce any curry because they are so hard these days. So this one here was, I got it from my girlfriend and she told me that the place was closing down and selling them out. I have my heat on the lowest. I am going to leave it right here like this. On the lowest. I'm not going to do anything like this right now. I'm going to leave it there for about 5 minutes. I also going to be covering down my brazier because it is going to produce some steam. I'll catch you then. So we're starting to build a little steam right there. So you notice curry of itself has subsided. I did not try to, you know. So now I'm going to incorporate my seasonings. But as I said, go check out the other one. And this was like about 5 minutes in, 4.5 to 5 minutes in. Putting in my seasonings right now, which consists of a little bell pepper. I have just added some tomato, some garlic. So I'm going to let it stay right in there. Yes, on the low. I'm going to go now get some grated ginger in. I'm getting in some grated ginger right now. Remember, you can't forget the ginger because it's curry, okay? So at this point, you notice I still have it where it is. And so try to get, for the curry, try to get fresh ginger root. If you can't and you have to resort to ginger powder, then go ahead. So I'm still on the low and I am sauteing my seasonings. You see that? So it has not turned dark or anything. I'm sauteing my seasonings right now, okay? And I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of salt right now just to start, you know. Get the flavor together. You notice? You see it right there? You see the curry thing coming out. And I'm going to let it, I'm just moving it around for everything to gel together. So when you go and watch the other one, you will see the difference of what I did. This nice, vibrant curry color, still on the low. Yeah, and we're going to leave it to continue to make some more liquid in there. This will be probably about another 7 to 8 minutes. But you want to stop and to, you know. So I am making this seasoning bed. It's like a bed. I want to cook the seasoning through. You see how it's breaking down? And I'm going to give it a few more minutes. And then I'll come back to add my curry. So I'm basically giving this curry enough time to cook. Okay? You see that? This is what we wanted. This is what I wanted. Look at the seasonings, how they have been. Look at that. You see that? Yeah. So at this point, I'm still on the low, you know. Curry looking all vibrant and nice, not dark and everything. Yeah. So I want to, at this point, bring my flame up a bit, and I'll be just eating this thing with my cabbage. Okay? Eating it with my cabbage. Once I eat it with my cabbage, I'm going to be putting in all my little seasoning stuff in there. Going to be putting in, because you know, we are making it like just cabbage, you know. So a little cumin, not a lot, you know. But do what you have. And, you know, cumin is a little strong, so you don't want to go too much. So if you are doing more, I'm going to be putting in some basil. Remember, this is not a lot. And I've turned my flame up. I'm going to be putting my little special thing for a little eat, or you could use some pepper of choice. I'm just putting a little of my red pepper powder, because let me tell you something. This thing is really hot. And at this point, I'm going to be just mixing them over, all in. I'm going to be mixing them. So when you go to the other one, you will see the difference in the video. How I did it. Remember? Why I turn the flame up after I put the cabbage? These leafy vegetables, they attract a lot of water. Because when them things grow, they have been water, a whole of water them get when them are grow. So they absorb the water. So when they start cooking, them release the whole of the water. So you see that? Yeah. So you see, so you have your cabbage nice and everything. And all of that. We are mixing this in. We need a little more salt, but I will not put the salt until it's over. Okay? If there is something else that you want to do, you can do. But I'm mixing this in on the ice. And cooking the cabbage is up to you. Because you know cabbage not take long. Some people like them cabbage crunchy, some like it soft and cook and all boil and just soften them. I don't like it that way, but for the curry cabbage, I will cook it a little. I don't really like the curry cabbage too crunchy, because I find that when it's too crunchy, it doesn't absorb the curry flavor that much. So I am cooking on the high, bringing it all of this in. Now I'm going to bring my flame back to the lowest. And I'm going to leave it for another 3 to 5 minutes. Okay? Now it's going to produce some liquid. So guys, I opened it a while ago and had to close it, but it was too much steam for the camera. So we didn't actually catch that clip. So this is it. So I did add my salt. Okay? And at this point you see where it's catching. So look here. We're gonna mix in our salt. This is good for me. At this point, I'm gonna turn my flame off. Yeah. And as I said, when I'm doing the curry, I like crunchy cabbage, but at this point, it still has some crunch. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be just mixing. I just added my final round of salt, because I don't like to put a lot of salt before, because it just brings so much water. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Curry cabbage. I'm going to plate up some for you in the next clip. But before that, I'm going to cover it down and let it stay about 2 minutes to let the rest of the steam, that is, this pot traps a whole lot of steam. And on top of the burner there that is still hot, I'm going to let it stay a little time. Okay? From my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stove, it is curry cabbage with white rice. Let me tell you something. If you want to add meat, just add a crunchy piece of fried chicken to this. Mwah, mwah. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Remember to make sure that you're subscribed to the Jamaican cooking journey. Remember to leave me a comment below. Have you ever had curry cabbage? Try it. Let me know. Thanks for the continuous love and support. I'll catch you again with another video or on another live.